Hello, friends. How are you? It is Monday, and last Monday I was away, so it's super nice to be back. And today I want to be talking about coming up with blog post ideas that you know will grow your business. Writing a blog post is not an easy endeavor. One, you have to research it. You have to actually write the text. You've got to come up with photos, possibly a video. It's not an easy task. It's not something that you can just do off the cuff, especially if you want to get noticed. But you don't want to waste those hours writing an optimized post that nobody wants to read. So the question is, well, how do you know what to blog about? A couple things. If you are a hobby blogger, you're not thinking of monetizing your blog, go write about anything you want. We work with a lot of bloggers, and some of them get frustrated when I say, if you want to monetize your blog, you have to be strategic in terms of what you write about, and you don't necessarily get to just write about anything. And I think that there's a little pushback I get. And I say, look, if you want this to be a hobby or just a creative expression, go write about anything. However, if you want to monetize your blog, whether that be through ads on your blog, sponsored content, affiliate sales, selling products, you need to be strategic. And there are only 24 hours in the day. So my goal is to help you figure out what those topics are to blog about. Okay, so let's think about this strategically. You, chances are, have Google Analytics on your blog. If you do not have Google Analytics, I recommend you install it right away, because you will gain very useful information about your audience. Also, I recommend you get Google Search Console installed on your site. Now, most people have Google Analytics and they don't have Search Console. I recommend you have both. So the difference is Google Analytics tells you how your audience views your blog, where they're coming from, what posts they're looking at. Search Console tells you how Google is viewing your blog. Now, when I talk about how to come up with topics for your blog, you want to pick topics that your audience wants from you and Google wants from you. So you've got two audiences that you're trying to please. Now, I have a cheat sheet about Google Analytics. I'm going to put this up here. Okay. Get my Google Analytics cheat sheet by heading to milotree.com/GA for Google Analytics. You want this cheat sheet because Google Analytics is not built for you and me. It's built for big marketing teams who are technical, for big companies. So there's a lot of information in Google Analytics, and a lot of the feedback we get is, oh my God, it's so intimidating. I don't even know where to start. In my cheat sheet, I'm going to tell you just the 4 things you need to know from Google Analytics. Like, 1 is, where is your audience coming from? 2 is your overall analytics and how your site is growing. 3 is what are your top blog posts? These are super important. So do grab this, because you can keep this printed out, keep it on your desk, and you'll know exactly how to find certain analytics. In fact, that's the other thing. I find this also, which is, I go to Google Analytics and I'm like, is this an acquisition? Is this a behavior? Where do I get this information? It's not like, oh, this is right on the homepage. So we direct you, go here, click here, and this is where you will glean this information. What I pay attention to where my audience is coming from. A lot of our traffic is coming from Pinterest, and that's great. But the truth is, If I can grow my organic search from Google, I'm even more excited. That traffic is more valuable when it comes to ads than Pinterest traffic. Also, Pinterest now is starting to turn down the spigot of traffic. So if you have relied a tremendous amount, a tremendous amount on Pinterest, I think it's also important that you broaden with Google Analytics and you really just dig in there. But by the way, when I'm saying go look at these numbers, it can take you 3 minutes. Like, this is not a big project. And these are truly the things you just need to pay attention to. The rest of Google Analytics, you don't have to worry about. Okay, so what do I look at? Well, one, I look at where my traffic is coming from to see, like, okay, if my traffic is coming from Pinterest, I want to make sure that my blog posts are optimized for Pinterest. But then what I do, I look at my top searches. Where are people landing on my blog? What content is resonating with them? And can I build off of that content? So therefore, if I have a blog post, let's say for us, for Catch My Party, we get a lot of Sweet 16 searches. Like, we are sweet in the Sweet 16 space. So we have like Sweet 16 themes, right? Different themes like floral or princess or whatever. So then I think, okay, people care about Sweet 16s who are coming to our site. How about if we do a roundup of Sweet 16 party decorations, Sweet 16 gifts, Sweet 16 party invitations? This is like how I take Sweet 16 that I'm already landing on, like that. What is the expression? That my audience is already coming to me for. How do I build off of it? And then when I have these additional posts, I'm linking that Sweet 16 post that's getting the most traffic to all these other Sweet 16 posts I'm creating, and vice versa. So that Google then starts to see me and Catch My Party as an authority in Sweet 16 posts. So this is really, so instead of going, well, we're working, Sweet 16 is working for us, so maybe we should go to Fortnite parties. It's like, no, you want to stay within that realm. So Sweet 16s are doing well for us. Well, maybe quinceañeras will also do well for us, which is like a subset of a Sweet 16, even though it's like a 15 birthday. This is how to be thinking. And the other thing that I highly recommend you do is set up Google Search Console. Google Search Console, remember, this is how Google is seeing your site. It will tell you pretty easily what keywords you are ranking for. So you will see different permutations. So we might be ranking for Sweet 16 party ideas. Great. You know what I'm going to do in my Sweet 16 posts? I'm going to be putting that keyword. We might be ranking for then also Sweet 16 party themes. I'm going to be putting those into my post. But if I don't have, let's say I'm ranking for something regarding Sweet 16s that I don't have a post about, ding, 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 create that post. So people are landing on my blog on a page looking for something related to let's say it's Sweet 16 party outfits. And I recognize that is a search term I'm ranking for, but I don't have any post about it. That is like immediately go make that post. So notice how I'm taking what information. So Search Console, you definitely want to pay attention to those keywords. That, ready for it, is key. Pay attention to that. And then see how to build off of what is already working. Go to those top posts. So here's the other thing to do. You can go back in your Google Analytics to, let's say, last summer. Last summer was weird because of COVID. Maybe even 2 years before, and see what posts were trickling up during, let's see, so it's July, maybe in August or September. For us, a big thing is back to school parties, back to school ideas, back to school treats. So I can go back, see what was working back then so that I know what kinds of posts to make going forward. It's like very powerful. And remember, most of your traffic is coming from your top maybe 5-10 posts. Like after that, you're not getting a lot of traffic. It's like the curve is your first post get all the traffic and then it really starts to dip. So you want to take those posts that are already working for you and build off of them. Think of it as a tree. And these are different leaves. And so you want to be building different leaves, like the trunk for us, let's say, is Sweet 16 parties. And then we've got all these leaves. So we've got invitations, party supplies, gifts, themes, all of this stuff. And it's all fleshing out. These are all the leaves for the tree, which is Sweet 16 parties. So I hope that makes sense. And this way, chances are, if our Sweet 16 post is working, another post like it will work. And it might take a while to get some momentum, but that is my recommendation for using Google Analytics and Google Search Console to figure out what is sparking where your audience is looking to you. And then by continuing to build out your tree, you become an authority for that tree. Google then starts to go, wait a second, if somebody's searching for Sweet 16 ideas, I know Catch My Party is the place to go. And this way, you don't end up spinning your wheels. So I want to talk about my blog. So this is all, by the way, based on my most recent podcast episode with my friend, my very good friend, Paula Ralla. I'm putting a link to the episode. And it is called Know Exactly What to Blog About by using your Google Analytics. And if you want to go deeper, which I recommend you do, then I recommend listening to this blog post. It's really good. And I love Paula, and she is a font of information, and she's coming back on the show to do more tips, to give more tips on SEO. Now, the podcast episode I am going live with on Wednesday, I think is really cool. And when I'm going to show this. This is, by the way, my Google Analytics cheat sheet. Go here. It's free. It's easy. Anyway, for Wednesday, I'm going live with a solo podcast episode where I am taking what do you need for a good blog post? And I am going through this, and I even created a checklist that will be available starting on Wednesday, where I go through, here is what you need for a solid blog post when you create one that both speaks to your audience and speaks to Google. So I'm really excited about this. And by the way, the idea came directly from my group, the Become a Blogger Genius Facebook group, because I said, what do you want to learn? And lo and behold, people are like, well, how do I recommend you write a blog post that is super complete, that your audience loves, and that Google loves, where Google starts to see you as an authority? The reality is that those are two, as I've mentioned, two separate audiences. However, it is possible to write your content easy for your audience, which means skimmable, easy to digest on mobile while somebody is also watching Netflix, and to have a solution that is fully formed, that is really robust, so that Google sees you as an authority. And that's what I'm going to talk about in my next podcast episode going live on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Tuesday at midnight. It's always there. Wednesday morning. I love seeing my new episodes live in my podcast app. And that's what it's about. And I'm so curious to see what you think about it, because I've decided I want to go back to the basics. This is the funny part. There's like a theme in my coaching group, which is basic. We get far removed from the basics, And the truth is, that is what our audiences and communities typically want from us. So that is me saying, let's go back to the basics. Let's talk about blogging and what a blog post is all about. Okay, so that I wanted to talk about. So check out the episode that I put in the comments for this last episode that I went live with Paula, my friend and SEO expert. It is a rebroadcast. And the reason for that is what I like to do. I was away on vacation. I like to, in the summer, rebroadcast a couple episodes. And these are the ones that have gotten the most traction. People really like these episodes. And that's why I feel like they need to be put out there twice. Also, we are busy, David and I, building out our new product called Milotree Easy Payments. And this is for people who want to start subscription or membership businesses and want an easy way to set it up and to get paid. And this is our, again, basic. I want this to be, hey, I have this idea for a membership. I want to test it. I want to put it out there. I don't want to have to pay for a really bloated solution that I don't quite understand. I just want to put a page up on my blog with this, like a button. We call it our money button, where people can sign up and subscribe to your program. Super, super easy. If you want to be a beta tester here, wait, I'm going to, where did I put this? In a banner. Let's see. Here we go. Thinking of creating a subscription or a membership, go to milotree.com/beta tester and you can test out our Milotree Easy Payments platform, where you can run your subscription business like with no work to set it up. Truly, that is and if you sign up to be a beta tester, I will get on a call with you to talk about your business, to give you tips and help you launch this using our product, but also really hearing what you're trying to achieve with this. And I'd love to be there as you are building your business, and also then to get your feedback. So you're in on the ground floor, you get a really low price to try it out, and we are there to support you. So if that's interesting to you, remember the thing that I love about subscriptions and memberships is they are recurring revenue. And if you have a community, there's money in your community. And again, what I mean by that is people will pay to get close to you, to be led by you, to be a part of your community, and for you to help them in their own transformation. So think about that. If this is interesting to you, you want to learn more, go to milotree.com beta tester and I will reach out to you. I'd love to talk to you. And I don't think there's a better time than right now to launch your membership. I think it'll be really, really cool. Okay, that is really what I wanted to talk about today on this Monday. And it's nice to be back. So we took a trip. We went to Boston, we went to Martha's Vineyard, and we went to New York City. And it felt so good to be back in the world. I got like a lot of, I felt really free, but now being back in my house feels really nice and cozy again. So, and I'm pleased that we did it. And it gave me new perspective. It really did. I love getting out so that I can kind of look at my life from a new angle. And I definitely got that. And it reinvigorated me, made me super excited for Milotree Easy Payments. And I'm going to be talking about the launch and the thinking we put in behind building this product, because I think every blogger has a product in them, and it's just about figuring it out and pulling it out of you. So that's my hope. So I hope you go on this journey with me, because I hope it can inspire you to take action and to build out that product that ultimately makes you significant money. All right, that's my whole thing for Monday. I will be back here. Please, any questions you have, leave them in the Facebook group, and I will talk to you soon. Happy growing your business. Bye-bye.